address last night. The president touting the strength of the union and the economy while also acknowledging the resilience of many Americans who are still suffering from high inflation.
ABC's Ike reports Biden delivered that address while confronting and at times even being heckled by some Republicans on the floor as he experienced a divided Congress for the first time in his presidency.
In his second State of the Union address, President Biden hitting a theme some say could be a slogan if he runs for a second term.
Finish the job. Let's finish the job this time. Let's finish the job.
The president touting his accomplishments, particularly on the economy and jobs.
We're not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, but unemployment rate is at 3.4%, a 50-year low.
Also highlighting the passing of bipartisan legislation on some gun control measures, mental health resources for minors, and investments in the nation's roads and bridges, while taking a jab at Republicans who didn't vote for the bills.
We'll fund these projects, and I'll see you at the groundbreaking.
Republicans responding raucously at numerous points, despite Speaker Kevin McCarthy warning his members to keep it civil, even shushing them. GOP eruptions coming when Biden said fentanyl kills more than 70,000 Americans a year. But possibly the loudest interruption coming during Biden's comments on a Republican plan from Florida Senator Rick Scott to have all federal spending programs, including Social Security and Medicare, undergo a renewal vote from Congress every 5 years. Biden didn't mention Senator Scott by name.
Some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion.
The president then using the moment to turn the tables on Republicans.
We all apparently agree. Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be stopped.
The president, however, still confident in the strength of the nation.
Because the people of this nation are strong. The State of the Union is strong.
With the White House thrilled by his speech, President Biden taking his message on the road, traveling to the Madison, Wisconsin area to highlight how his economic plan created jobs in the region and across the country. Ike ABC News, Washington.
The former Memphis police officers charged in Tyre Nichols' death violated the department's body-worn camera policy. That is according to recently obtained disciplinary documents. These documents state 2 of the officers failed to turn on their body-worn cameras when they first pulled over Nichols for a traffic stop. Another one failed to turn his camera on when he joined the pursuit. 2 more did have their cameras running during the incident, but they later removed them. The officers were all found to have committed neglect of duty for failing to give Nichols proper medical attention. Investigators noted that one of those officers is a certified emergency medical technician.
Today, U.S. and European cybersecurity officials warning about a new global ransomware campaign. According to crowdsourced data, at least 3,800 IP addresses have been impacted. It's unclear how many actual organizations that might be. The attackers are exploiting a vulnerability in widely used software made by cloud computing giant VMware. Officials don't yet know the extent the ransomware disrupts operations at the victim organizations. So far, only 4 groups have reportedly paid ransoms. U.S. cybersecurity officials say they are working to assess the reported incidents and provide assistance where needed.
We are getting ready to rodeo San Antonio, so get this rain out of the way, get the cold weather out of the way. We're counting on you, Justin.
It's timing out perfectly. We are going to get it out of the way. The sun comes out tomorrow to be beautiful to start the rodeo. And speaking of trail riders going through Divine, we got some video of that sent into our KSAT Connect. And there they go, coming right through the city of Divine there on their way, making their way to the rodeo. Always a sight to see. And, of course, they'll all meet up, all the trail riders here in San Antonio as the rodeo gets underway officially tomorrow. You can see some clouds there. Everything's going to clear out. We're going to get a lot of sun by this afternoon. Right now, though, still cloudy here in town. You can see the showers have pushed well east of us, moving towards Houston, now Victoria, and stretching up I-35. That clearing line inching a little bit closer to Bexar County. It's almost there. Still working its way through Medina County, but it should be here next couple of hours. And temperature-wise, 50 degrees at the airport, 48 Comfort, 51 in Bandera, 59 Uvalde, 47 still in Seguin. In the forecast for today, 58 degrees at 3 o'clock, 59 by 4 p.m. And we'll see those temperatures dip back down into the 40s tonight. Chilly start tomorrow. We'll have a look at the weekend, which brings some changes too. That's coming up here in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thanks, Justin. As Americans prepare for Super Bowl 57 Sunday, a study once again highlighting the serious health risks many football players face. In the latest study, researchers at the Boston University CTE Center analyzed the brains of 376 deceased NFL players. They found that 345 of them had the chronic traumatic go ahead.
Encephalopathy.
Is that encephalopathy? Of course, it's not good, whatever it is, which is caused by repeated blows to the head. Ann McKee, director of the University CTE Center, said they were intentional about releasing an update of the study during the same week as the Super Bowl. She calls for the NFL to take action to help prevent and diagnose CTE.
New data from the Kaiser Family Foundation says that respiratory viruses are not a major concern for most Americans. The flu, RSV, and the virus that causes COVID-19 are still affecting many, but most people surveyed are not overly worried about getting sick. That's despite the fact that nearly 38% of all households had a recent case of those viruses. Half of the adults say that they took some type of precautionary measure to keep from getting sick. Concern around COVID-19, though, is higher than it is for RSV or the flu. Still ahead, there's a new escape room opening up in the Alamo City. We'll have a first-hand look and see the themes that it offers customers.
Coming up later in sports, the district title is on the line for the Bernie girls basketball team. Could they get it done against Fredericksburg? We've got highlights coming up.
But first, Bed Bath & Beyond announcing the closure of more stores, how Maine's stores, how the store retailer plans to shut down all of these the next go round. Boeing says that it plans to cut about 2,000 office jobs this year. Those layoffs are going to come in finance and human services. Some jobs are going to be retained while being outsourced to India. While Boeing is making cuts in one area, the company also plans to add 10,000 engineering and manufacturing jobs.
Bed Bath & Beyond closing more stores. The retailer announcing this week it would be shutting down 150 locations. It comes just a week after it announced it was closing 87 stores. The home goods chain has not released a list of the locations of the new store closures, nor have they said how many workers will be impacted. Yesterday, Bed Bath & Beyond said it raised $1 billion in a last-ditch effort to stave off bankruptcy after it reported earlier this year that it defaulted on a loan and may not be able to remain in business. The new closings mean Bed Bath & Beyond have shuttered 400 stores in the past year, almost half the stores it had open in February of last year.
Here's that Boeing story, the video for that story. Boeing slashing its staff by 20,000 workers during the pandemic in 2020, but it added 15,000 employees last year. It's planning to cut about 2,000 this year.
There is a new escape room in town, and it has 5 different themes in their escape rooms.
Have you ever done one of those?
I have.
I have not. Some of our staff members,
I'm successful
though.
at it because here I am.
Yeah, you made it out. Some of our other staff members decided to take on the challenge. Let's take a look.
There's a new escape room company here at the Rim, and I thought I'd bring some friends along to check it out. Let's see if we can escape.
Wait, you have to put them right here?
Oh, it's right here. more puzzles, people. We're getting closer. First try, baby.
You did the
What's
thing.
up?
You got physical education.
We did it! We escaped, and if you want to try your luck at the escape game, we have information at KSAT12. Alexis Page, KSAT12 News. Woo!
They got out. See? Work.
I heard. Pretty excited about it.
So all the wood that's up there on the ground in the hill country, at least the next few days, you could burn some of it and get warm. How about that?
That's true.
It's a little waterlogged, though.
I got it. Well, seeing some of those pictures is just so many branches. It's pretty wild. But yes, there's still a lot up there. 50 degrees so far today. That's the high. 47 the low. So not a lot of movement there. We'll see temperatures warm up. Probably a little bit below average this afternoon. The records are 88 and 11, set back in 2017 and 18 at 95. What's ahead? We've got a front, some more rain chances to talk about, a busy 7-day. We'll show it to you coming up.
Hello everyone, these are your top headlines from Cheddar News. Roku and DoorDash want to make streaming and chilling easier than ever as the companies are teaming up in a multi-year deal to bring a slate of new offerings to customers. Roku users who sign up can get 6 months of free Dash passes. Meanwhile, Meta wants their managers to contribute more or leave the company. Bloomberg reporting that high-level managers at the tech giant were given the ultimatum. That is part of their performance reviews. People within Meta are calling the process flattening. The demand comes as a way for the company to tighten efficiency within their ranks. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is coming for Disney's Kingdom as DeSantis released a new bill this week that puts Disney World's massive resort under the control of Florida's governmental leaders. The change would make Disney World, which essentially operates as a small city due to its size, under regulation by Florida state agencies. And that's Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in New York City.
Yeah, it is kind of weird driving through the hill country, though, because you see all these plumes of smoke all over the place. Please try to burn some of this stuff up and get rid of it, because it is a mess still.
But just make sure it's a controlled burn.
Please.
We are still in a drought.
True. The rain helps. The rain helps that situation. We didn't get a ton of rain overnight and this morning, but we got some. It was fairly widespread, guys, about half an inch on average around the area. And here's kind of the big picture situation. The rain has moved out. We're seeing this area of low pressure move north and northeast and away from us. There's the clearing line right there, and it's getting ever so closer to San Antonio. Still some rain for far east Texas. That'll continue for a while longer. And here's a look at the water vapor. It kind of gives you a better view of it. There's the spin right there, and then that red color represents a drier air, which is trying to work in and will give us some pretty quiet conditions going into tonight and into tomorrow before our next system gets here, which right now is over parts of Wyoming. See a little spin right there? This actually dives south, does not bring us any rain, but it will push a front through, and it's going to bring us some very gusty winds as we get into Friday. So just a heads up there, that's going to be something we'll be watching very closely. Thankfully, we did get some rain obviously over the last 24 hours, so these gusty winds, there won't be as big of a fire threat or anything like that. But as we go outside for you, you can kind of see a little bit of clearing there out in the distance. 50 degrees at San Antonio International Airport, but 52 at Stinson, 51 Kelly, 50 at Randolph, and right now we're looking at a northwesterly wind anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. 48 still in Fredericksburg, 50 in New Braunfels, 51 Gonzales. It's warmer out where the sun is out. 60 in Uvalde, 64 Del Rio. And here around Bexar County, we're still stuck around 50, but I expect that this number will go up quite a bit in the coming hours once that sun pops out. And here's a look at that forecast. So by 4 o'clock, 59 here in San Antonio. You'll see 60s in places like Divine, Hondo, Lakey, out towards Carrizo Springs, and then 50s San Antonio and to the east, 57 Seguin, 55 in San Marcos, and still some clouds holding on in places like Gonzales and Hallettsville. Tonight, everyone goes clear with maybe a few clouds trying to develop by the morning time. I don't think it'll be a big deal, but we're down to 40 here in town, so chilly start jacket weather tomorrow morning. And then by tomorrow afternoon, near 70. Can't beat that. First day of the rodeo is looking fantastic. 65 in Seguin, 65 in New Braunfels, 75 for high tomorrow in Pearsall. Now let's look further down the line because we talked about that storm system over Wyoming. That one, as I said, dives south. That brings the windy and colder conditions as we get into Friday. Then we get a little bit of a break. Sunny, beautiful on Saturday. Then we get another storm system coming in here. It's kind of rapid fire, right? And then so by Sunday afternoon, we'll get more clouds. And then by Monday, we start to increase the rain chances. And then going into early Tuesday, I think that's when our best threat for rain will be. I want to watch this. I think we could get some thunderstorms out of this. A little too early to say that for sure just yet, but we'll be keeping tabs on this as we get a little bit closer. And then by late on Tuesday, Valentine's Day, this should be moving out. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 59 today, 70 Thursday, 57 Friday with some gusts to 35 miles per hour, especially Friday morning. 60 Saturday after starting off near freezing, 31. We're at 61 Sunday with increasing clouds, and then we begin to add in the rain chances again early next week. So a lot of ups and downs here, what you would expect in February, guys.
Certainly. Thank you, Justin.
High school basketball highlights coming up next. Hey, some girls hoops from last night. District 27 4A title on the line in Bernie. Greyhounds hosting Fredericksburg in a rematch of last year's regional final. Third quarter, Greyhounds looking to rally. Jamie Rudy finds Avery Aaron ahead for the field for the lay-in. That ties the game at 26-all. Back come the battling Billies. Rylan Rona knocks down the straightaway triple to put the Fredericksburg up by 3 again. But Bernie answers 11-4 run. Aaron strikes again. This time with that pull-up jumper. She finished with a team-high 19. Bernie wins it 45-38. They finish as undefeated district champion.
Feels pretty nice just because this is our first outright district championship in a long time, and it's against our rivals, so it felt really good.
It's such a good pat on the back for all the work we've been putting in over and over again, showing up early and just putting that grind in.
And how about this tradition? After the game, the seniors signed the court, marking their last home game as Greyhounds. That's pretty cool. The District 27 5A title up for grabs last night at Alamo Convocation Center. Jefferson versus Sam Houston. The Mustangs trailed by double digits in the fourth quarter and still found a way to rally. Amaris Cuellar flips it up and in to pull Jefferson within a point. The Mustangs make the most of the Hurricanes' foul trouble. Senior Madison Guzman stepped to the line, hit clutch free throws to give Jefferson the lead. Jeff goes on to win it, 50-47.
I really wanted it. I mean, I've been working for this for 4 years. Me and my team put in so much dedication this whole summer, and I knew I just couldn't let it slip through my hands like that.
And that was Jefferson's second district title in the last 3 seasons. In the pool, special day for the TMI swim team at Josh Davis Natatorium at the TAPS Division II State Championships. Junior Emily Katayama set 2 individual state records, and senior Meredith Holcomb won 2 events to help the TMI girls win their 3rd straight team championship. The boys also won state, so the Panthers swept both team titles for the first time in program history.
It feels really, really good. I'm just so proud of the team and the work that we put in. It's hard work, and it really shows, and I think we really deserved this win.
It was absolutely phenomenal. I had so much fun just racing with all my friends on my team and really getting to grow and share all these experiences with them.
St. Mary's Hall senior Josh Hunter won both of his individual events as well. You can find a full recap of today's meet right now on BGC page, KSAT12. So congratulations to all those winners.
Absolutely. All right, we got some winners over at Market Square.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yes. And we always like to have a little bit of everything on the show, and we are literally going from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, why don't you wheel that on over? Jared Forthman from Animal World and Snake Farm Zoo is here with one of your favorite animals.
Take a peek.
Open up that box, Mike. What's in the box?
What is that? A Burmese python?
That's right.
How long?
She's close to 15 feet long.
And Mike's gonna hold it, right?
Absolutely.
That's just terrifying. Okay, something that now will relax.
Something locked.
Amber Garcia from Glamorous Cakes is here. Valentine's, right?
Yes.
And if you don't want to get flowers.
We have cupcakes and we have chocolate strawberry bouquets, so the perfect thing for that special someone.
And if you want to order, don't wait. We'll tell you all about that.
And if you want to go for a magic carpet ride, Aladdin the Musical is over there at the Majestic Theater, and we catch up with some of the cast.
All right, big game is Sunday. Need something to feed the whole crew here. How about Smoky Mo's Barbecue? Look at what we have here. Turkey, brisket, mac and cheese, beans, potato salad. I'm going to tell you how you can get all of this. Feed a small little army or just a couple of hungry people.
Or a snake. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.